Good morning, and we are live. It is 5:38 a.m. Thursday, June 9th. June 9th, 2022. This year is rolling, wouldn't you say? Does it feel like it's going fast? Does it feel like we've accomplished a lot so far this year? Has it feel like we've kind of been stuck in the mud in certain areas for a while? How's 2020 going? 2022 going for you? Halfway through 2022. Sorry. Need a drink of water. Woo! We're up. We're at 'em. Thursday mornings, it's a nice little rally day. Fun, inspiring, getting close to the weekend. Things loosening up. More friends available to go maybe do social gathering, have some fun, something along those lines. However, for us, we know that we need to stay on top of it for this week. Got to finish up strong. We're at day 66. Day 66. Yeah. We're a little over 13 weeks now doing this show. So it's pretty crazy how we can rack up the episodes. We can continue to keep chipping away. And essentially the point of this show, excuse me, once you get some caught in your throat and you're trying to talk, excuse me, gosh, that is honestly the worst. When I'm trying to talk and keep going on the show and I have something that catches in my throat and it builds up and just, but we're back. We're here. We're going to keep rolling. And as you can see, whenever we're trying to get up early in the morning and we're doing it live and we're trying to present and show that we're creating the best version of ourselves, it's not going to be perfect. Whether you get up in the morning and you just do a simple stretch routine, maybe you read a couple pages out of a book that you've been wanting to learn about, or maybe you're writing down a real plan for the day so we can actually chip away, focus, and measure at what we're getting done here. It's pretty incredible just off of getting up earlier, writing out a list of what it is we want to do today, and actually writing on that list and checking it off, maybe reading a few pages, learning something valuable, kind of what that can compound to over a year, a decade. I mean, what's the time frame here? What are we aiming for? Something personally that's been hitting me kind of hard before we get into our networking tips is something I've learned from somebody else while networking is I've learned a lot more to live in the moment, in today, this moment, the second, the show, right here, focused right now, living, feeling, whether it's the tips of my fingers, the clarity of my mind, my gut feeling settled, and just being a present, giving my full attention to things. But I planning for like the decades, like planning on a 10-year basis. Like my investment decisions are based off of 10-year decade, like over a decade. My career development, such as being a coach and doing the show, is planned over a decade. Because as we know, it being June 9th, 2022, this shit keeps rolling. Time just keeps flying by. And part of that can be frustrating, coming to peace with the fact that everything is impermanent, whether it's me as myself, I get older, or maybe it's this equipment behind me that continues to age, or maybe even the house that I sit in decays and falls apart over time. My tone sounds dark, but however, it is very uplifting when that is accepted. When when it's okay for things to be impermanent. For it's okay for us to get old, for things to change. I would argue we wouldn't want it the other way anyway. This this fact of impermanence, it's quite liberating and very, how do I want to put this? It's incentivizing to really enjoy what is going on right here, right now. Whether you're, say, you're getting up early with us and you're wanting to tackle a part of your business you're trying to chip away at in the mornings before you get in, you go to work today, or maybe it's just a simple journaling exercise to help gain a clear idea of yourself to try and improve yourself for the people you care about. Either or. Sometimes when we take that bigger view of really everything that's going on and moving and giving ourselves a break, understanding life's not as serious, things do get old and break, and things can change in a matter of a minute and can completely redirect ourselves. However, if we can be engaged in the moment and be in a state of enjoyment, of excitement, trust, curiosity, a lot of those things we were talking about with children the other day, those other qualities of children. When we're in alignment with that and we're here right now and we're looking at things with the right framing, with the right perspective. So maybe that is our challenge today before we get into the little tidbit about networking. Is what can we do personally? What can we do for ourselves to live and enjoy today, but also be planning over a decade? So we want to plan our lives over the long haul because the time of things flies by very quickly. And things take time to come to fruition. Such as maybe in my example, I'm trying to build up a rental portfolio of rental properties. So my family and I don't have to work as much in the future, or at least have the option to. That'd be really nice. Maybe a few extra vacations. Maybe it's trying to build up a business, such as with my coaching company, and trying to build that credibility. Takes time. You don't just land the CEO clients right off the bat. So, planning over the long period by understanding that things take time to develop, to build the necessary skills, and to find the right experiences to find that special, like, middle path, as the Buddha talks about, that secret sauce, as the chef would say, for what it is you are trying to do and go about it. But again, don't be too hard on ourselves when it's not enjoyable every second of it. but more so the challenge of trying to be the observer, to be very aware of ourselves, of our thinking, of our emotions, being very aware of that. And so we are not consumed by them and we're just an observer and helping learn to understand them. And simply by having a better understanding that you are not your thoughts or your emotions can be a very helpful tool to live in the moment. Because it's usually the thoughts and the emotions that are pulling us out of the moment. Whether it's the thought of, I don't have enough for retirement, whether it's the thought of, well, if they do this or they do that, or something external, people making choices and decisions beyond our control that we can do nothing about. Or maybe it can be something even as you get cut off in traffic and you absolutely lose your mind when the person's, who knows what happened, maybe just got a call and his son is in the hospital. Would you be going fast? Giving people the benefit of the doubt, not being consumed by the thoughts or emotions and letting them go and just being the awareness and the observer behind these can really help with living in the moment and try and get the most enjoyment out of life. The most, what the Buddha, Jesus, and all these great spiritual teachers are teaching us, we're trying to teach us, is that the secret sauce is being present. The secret sauce is about this feeling of satisfaction when you're completely focused on what is in front of you. When it is more of a feeling of an internal source of energy. And in this other book that I'm reading from Eckhart Tolle, he's the author of The Power Now. There seems to be infinite amount of energy when it comes from an internal source. But everything external is fleeting, short term, doesn't last very long. So how can we position ourselves to live in the moment a little bit more? How can we position ourselves to plan for a decade, for 2 decades? So we can model other people. We don't want to compare ourselves to other people. That's a dangerous game. You guys are from completely different cultures, backgrounds, experiences. No one is the same. So don't compare yourself to somebody else. There's going to be a gap. It'll never be enough. You will never be enough. You'll never feel enough, thus leading to negative thoughts and emotions, the stuff we're trying to get a handle on, right? So being very careful of the comparisons, but modeling other people, especially in the business world when it's a resource game. I think we can be aware and we can be compassionate that these people have done something good and valuable, such as looking up to, I think, Tim Cook from Apple CEO. I wouldn't want to hang out with the guy per se. He doesn't seem like a big ball of fun to me, but I can model a lot of his day-to-day planning and his long-term decade to decade planning with a company I think makes amazing products. So I can learn from these people as in a model, but I'm not going to compare myself to this guy because he stepped into a role with one of the biggest companies in the world and beat myself up because I have 2 small businesses right now. And they're small businesses. They're not massive. And that's okay. But compared to what I was doing like 2 years ago, living in the gain of that, living in the present moment of that, feeling of the excitement of being on the show and doing this day to day and enjoying that, being in the moment, but also learning from these other powerful leaders, people I look up to, people I learn from, and plan over the long haul. So maybe I could ask you, where are the questions? Shoot. I need my questions real quick before we go. And we can go over them. I'll go over my answers tomorrow morning. Okay. So, some quick questions that I was going to put into the chat real quick before we hop off for today is asking yourself, answering the question, where am I right now? Where am I right now? Question number one. And I'm going to go ahead and answer these tomorrow morning as we go through these, but I want you to get them down, answer them yourselves. Where am I right now? What are my wins for the last 90 days? What are my wins for the last 90 days? Like, what are some wins? What are some things you've been doing good? Let's remind ourselves of things that we've been making progress and we've been improving. What are my lens? What are you focusing on? What are my desired wins for the next 90 days? What are my desired wins for the next 90 days? What is the plan moving forward? Kind of getting used to that plan P. Asking yourself, where will I be in 12 months? Where will I be in 12 months? Are you going to be in the same place? Will you have done a course? Will you gotten more clients? Will you have moved across the country? Do we have any plans? And where will I be in the next 3 years? So, I want us to kind of think off of these questions throughout the chat, asking yourself, getting a good inventory of where are you right now? A little slight engagement with the present moment. Additionally, getting some more desires of just what do you kind of want in the future? What do you want to be present around you? What do you want to accomplish? Let's get these things out. Let's get them clear. Or possibly, what have you done in the last 90 days? Is there anything you can be happy about? Have you not grown a little bit? Is there nothing that we can focus on to enjoy ourselves? What can we do to make life a little more fun? When was the last time you've done something for yourself? As a life coach, I'm here to help challenge, to help refocus, re-engage you on your thinking, on your planning, and hopefully on the execution side of things. These are some powerful questions that I've gone through, and I will go ahead and be answering some of them tomorrow for fun on Friday's show, June 10th. Whee! June 10th, 2022. It all goes by fast. So learning to get used to writing out what we're going to be doing in like 2025 because we're going to get there eventually. Or if you're a pessimist, the world's going to blow up anyway and it won't matter. But what if it doesn't? Because it hasn't yet. We should probably have a plan in place. We should probably be excited about that plan, because the excitement, the curiosity, the trust, and the faith that's in us today, these are qualities to help us enjoy life more today. For us, for our own personal benefit. Because if you cannot enjoy, that is your burden. Happiness is your pursuit. You must find it. It must be internal. It's up to you. Either you go get it or you don't get it. That's how that works. I can't do it for you. I can help give you the right questions. I can help push you. I can help challenge you to becoming a better version of yourself. But ultimately, this will be with you and what you want to do. So what do you want? You want to feel good? How about we be here today? We enjoy today and we plan for the long haul and we enjoy it along the way. Rolling up to 6 o'clock. I got to bounce. I got a speech in about 30 minutes. I'm excited to going over kind of a similar topic about living in the moment. I love doing that shit. And I'm very excited I get to kind of do this stuff for work. Very, very happy. Very excited. I hope you guys are too. You will be. Let's continue to keep rallying. Enjoy. Go over some of these questions for fun today. Bust out a journal. Jot it out. Write it out. Have fun with it. Remember, it's for us. It's for you. And the better we can make ourselves, the better we can help the people we care about most. That's what life's all about. Cheers to that. We'll be answering these questions tomorrow, Friday, June 10th, 5:30 a.m. I will be popping up here. Hopefully see you guys then. For now, have an amazing day. Thank you all so much. And here to help in any way I can. If you need a coaching session or you think you know someone who I could work well with, please always shoot them over to talktotanner.com and they can sign up for a free coaching session there. Great. Thanks so much. Cheers, guys. Until next time.